We chose courage. A year later, businesses reopened, newcomers arrived, and a new economic landscape was unfolding. There were gaps to fill from the pandemic, and we had to be bolder. We turned decades of delayed investment in county facilities and services into a once-in-a-generation opportunity to rebuild stronger. We chose opportunity. We laid the foundation, and now we must continue to build so that our kids and grandkids can rely on transit to get them where they need to go, so they can enjoy an environment that is just as beautiful as it is protected, so they can grow up in safe communities, and so they can get good jobs in the new workforce. And now the future is here, and it is calling upon us to innovate. Elegimos valentía, oportunidad e innovación. En este momento somos la comunidad del futuro. Nuse fiti kominotea. In my early days as mayor, it was hard to see this bright future. It felt like the world had come to a stop, and our lives were upended. I came into the office in the midst of the pandemic, and I led us through a people-focused response that saved lives, jobs, and businesses. We ensured testing and shots were available to all. Our free testing sites remained open months after federal funding ended to make sure nobody was left behind. And thanks to our team's heroic efforts, Miami-Dade achieved the highest vaccination rate in the state. One of our most challenging moments came 7 months into my term, the tragic collapse of the Champlain Towers South in Surfside. It claimed 98 precious lives. 2.5 years later, we're more determined than ever to ensure that this can never happen again. We accelerated, thank you. Yes. We accelerated building recertification, we required associations to post their budget and safety record, and we strengthened our building code with thanks to Commissioner Garcia. As we turned the corner, I promised I'd put you in the center of county government. We launched Thrive 305, the largest public engagement initiative in our history, which molded our actions from your priorities included in our budget and strategic plan. We recovered from those difficult days, but we did more than this. We chose courage over fear and stagnation. In fact, our pandemic response was so strong that more people and businesses moved to Miami-Dade, generating growth that brought both challenges and opportunities. We laid the groundwork to get more people, better jobs, revitalize our small businesses, and unleash the power of innovation across the public and private sectors, creating greater pathways to opportunity for all. And for 2 years in a row, we cut tax rates to the lowest in 40 years. Facing a national trend of growing gun violence, we turned the tide and launched the groundbreaking Peace and Prosperity Plan, sponsored by Commissioner Hardiman. This 20-year, $90 million investment includes a range of crime prevention programs. It soon became very clear that housing was the greatest challenge to our growth. So I declared an affordability crisis in April of 2022. We rolled up our sleeves and started building new units, renovating existing ones, and protecting tenants through a new Office of Housing Advocacy, helping more than 26,000 families stay in their homes with dignity. We got here, yes, yeah. We got here today because we were brave in the face of adversity. We were bold in the face of uncertainty, and we were fearless in laying the foundation for the future. And now the future is here, and with it, the new economy. The world is watching and investing in us, and it is very clear to see why. Miami-Dade generates an annual gross domestic product of nearly $185 billion. In the past year alone, 6,000 new jobs were created. Unemployment now stands at the low 1.6%, behind the state average of 3%. That's nearly half. We are the business-friendly place to be, and we're being recognized for it. South Florida was recently named by the U.S. Department of Commerce as one of only 31 tech hubs in the country, and the only one focused on climate. We're working together to bring down millions of dollars for businesses and jobs. I'm proud to have leaders from our universities who are part of the Tech Hub here tonight: FIU, FMU, MDC, and leaders from St. Thomas and Barry. We're ready to welcome you to the team. So if you could all please stand, representatives of our great colleges and universities. Please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Very good. In this new economy, our county government will be a leader in upskilling our workforce, so growing companies can find talent right here, and no one is left behind. And that's why we're investing in our greatest asset, you. The new Future Ready scholarships at Miami-Dade College make sure all county residents in need have an opportunity to complete a degree at zero cost. We also invested in CodePath, which helps students like Sebastian Nunez become job ready. There he is. Since attaining his computer science degree, he's tripled his income. That's incredible. So thank you so much, Sebastian, for being with us. Thank you. Within the county's own workforce, we're not just talking the talk, we walk the walk. We worked with our unions to achieve historic protections, and we expanded paid internships and apprenticeships in Miami-Dade County. And we're helping our small businesses thrive in the new economy, too. To date, more than 10,000 have joined Strive 305 to better market, grow, and innovate. And looking ahead, we expect to reach 75% of all small businesses in our county by 2025. That's amazing. The new economy demands innovation, so we're searching the globe. Last year, we launched the Miami-Dade Innovation Authority, and its first public challenge sought creative ideas for the reuse of seaweed. Next up, they're seeking ways to improve the passenger experience at Miami International Airport. Miami-Dade, we're showing the world that this growth is not a moment, but a movement. To the business leaders listening tonight, please hire local, partner with our schools, invest in us. It's an investment in our future. Thank you. We're in this for the long haul, together. We're building for today and investing in tomorrow to ensure that future generations will have an even greater opportunity to thrive. And that is why I am so excited to announce that I will be partnering with Commissioner Cohen-Higgins on a forward-looking bond package to present to you, the voters, this November. It will ensure that we are truly future ready. Our collective efforts, alongside local leaders and community members, will build on your public trust to gain support for a $2.5 billion accountable and project-specific bond initiative. It will fund pressing challenges like housing, septic to sewer, flooding, and parks in every corner of our county. This historic approach will turn around the follies of the past and build for the future. And that is why our bond initiative will be named 305 Future Ready. Este año, la comisionada Cohen-Higgins y yo incluiremos en la boleta electoral del 2024 una iniciativa sobre 2.5 mil millones de dólares en bonos para invertir en vivienda, inundaciones, parques e infraestructura. Bilte vot anesa a gen lado. Ya después 5 milliards $. Pour besoin communauté noire. The future will be stronger, safer, and more resilient than ever before. A driving reason that many people and companies move here is because we are safe. Violent crime has gone down, while solving crime has gone up. We've introduced groundbreaking policing methods like the Crisis Response Unit, which responds to emergencies with licensed mental health professionals alongside our police. Out of nearly 800 calls for service in the first 6 months alone, 0 resulted in use of force. Some CRU members are with us here tonight. Please, if you could stand to be recognized. Please stand, CRU. We also celebrated the return of the police department's mounted patrol unit, a great community builder, I might say, thanks to the generous donation from the Milton Family Foundation and the leadership of Vice Chairman Rodriguez. Thank you. Alongside the 11th Judicial Circuit of Florida and Jackson Health System, the county will open the trailblazing Miami Center for Mental Health and Recovery this year, thanks to Judge Steve Leifman's vision. There he is. Thank you, Judge. The center will serve people from our jails, hospitals, and streets in a state-of-the-art facility with compassionate and comprehensive care. And thanks to the hard work of our corrections team, we've turned that department around to achieve full compliance with the U.S. Department of Justice for the first time in 10 years. How a community treats its most vulnerable is a true measure of its compassion. So, for example, we're taking care of our older adults through the Save Our Seniors program. This holiday season, we sent low-income homeowners extra funds to help with increased expenses. I was touched to receive so many heartfelt thank you notes. One senior wrote about how the check helped her meet essential needs like buying groceries. Another shared that it allowed him to make needed home repairs. That is why we do what we do. It's also up to us to ensure that all pets in our shelter are safe and loved. I allocated an additional $2 million in the latest county budget to get more furry friends adopted, spayed, and neutered. Thank you, Commissioner McGee, who's been such a strong advocate. The future will be even safer and offer more opportunity too, such as opportunities to be safely housed. The housing crisis still reaches too many, which is why we're strengthening our homes against severe weather, offering mortgage, utility, and condo special assessment relief, and preventing evictions wherever possible. Thank you, Commissioner Bastien, Chair of the Housing Committee, for your passionate leadership. And Commissioner Cabrera for sponsoring the first-time homebuyer program, which provides below-market rates. We're also building more housing that people can afford, increasing the much-needed supply. For example, we renovated 3 public housing developments in Little Havana and tripled the supply of affordable and workforce units on site. With $40 million that we received from HUD, we'll revitalize low-income housing in Goulds. We're supporting nonprofits like Casa Familia to build housing for adults with disabilities, and the Homeless Trust opened Mia Casa, a community for older adults in need of stable housing. We're on our way, but we're not done. We will not stop until everyone is safely housed, because housing is a human right. The future will have smarter mobility, too. We're taking bold steps on long-awaited promises in transit. Just 2 months ago, we launched the Better Bus Network. Thank you, Commissioner Higgins, a true transit champion. Redesign. After almost 40 years of status quo, Better connects you from point A to point B and to opportunity. And none of it would have been possible without the steadfast commitment and literal drive of our bus operators, like Lydia Reyes, a mother of 3 who overcame years of struggle. Through our training and the support of a local nonprofit, Lotus House, Lydia became a bus operator this summer. Congratulations, Lydia. Could you please stand? You'll want to ride the bus just to say hi. Now we're exceeding our pre-pandemic transit ridership levels and funding the county's share of all 5 priority corridors of the SMART program. The South Dade Transitway, connecting Homestead to Dadeland, will be complete this year and will boast the only fully electric bus rapid transit fleet in the world. We're working to bring the Northeast Corridor to life, linking downtown Miami and Aventura with neighborhood stops in between. We just received federal environmental approval. And thanks to the leadership of our chairman, Gilbert, we're on track to fulfill the long-promised North Corridor too. Have you heard? Tri-Rail is now downtown and Brightline goes to Orlando. Through relentless advocacy, my administration has pulled down more than $1 billion for federal and state infrastructure. We're making once-in-a-generation investments in tomorrow, like enhancing bicycle and pedestrian safety, restoring the Everglades, strengthening our world-class ports. MIA is one of the fastest-growing airports in the country, expecting to reach 77 million passengers by 2040, up from a record-breaking 52 million today. The powerful economic engine has had its challenges, but I'm turning that around. It's been an unprecedented year for passenger numbers and capital improvements, from elevators and escalators to walkways and roofs. This record-breaking $7 billion investment and $1.7 billion in maintenance is transforming MIA into a future-ready destination, modernizing our airport from the cabin to the curb and building a new parking garage and hotel. And Port Miami is also celebrating its busiest cruise year ever. With federal investment, thanks to Secretary Pete, who visited in October, we're cutting emissions, better managing stormwater, and creating the good-paying jobs of the future. By the middle of this year, 5 out of 10 terminals will be plugged into quieter and cleaner shore power. None of this would have been possible without strong financial health. The county always achieves award-winning bond ratings, which allows us to continue to build better today and tomorrow. Kudos to our incredible finance, budget, and audit teams for being great stewards of taxpayer dollars and always finding ways to create efficiencies and cost savings. And finally, the future will be more resilient. Here in Paradise, nestled between the blue waters of Biscayne Bay and Everglades River of Grass, we know that building a resilient future in the face of climate change will take the boldest of actions. We've become a leader for the entire Caribbean and the world. Our chief heat officer, the first in the world, was hard at work during the hottest summer on record. We installed AC in public housings, activated cooling sites, and delivered heat health trainings. And it's essential that we protect beautiful Biscayne Bay, our blue heart. a natural treasure that generates $64 billion of economic impact. Investing in resilience saves us money too. FEMA recently upgraded Miami-Dade County to a Class 3 rating in the National Flood Insurance Program, and this comes with a big reward. Homeowners and businesses in unincorporated Miami-Dade will receive a 35% discount on flood insurance. This means more money back in people's pockets and reduced flood risks thanks to our county experts. Thank you, Commissioner Steinberg, for being so proactive in addressing flooding in your district and beyond. Among our zero waste efforts, we're planning for a waste sustainability campus and exploring waste reduction and improved recycling. Thank you, Commissioner Bermudez, for your strong partnership. And through Connect to Protect, we're converting septic to sewer across the county. Thank you, Commissioner Regalado, a huge proponent. Our water and sewer department is overseeing the connection of 11,000 properties and the largest infrastructure project in Florida's history. Yeah, it's big. And we just launched a third major solar installation on a county building, saving money as well as energy. And you can maximize your building's energy efficiency too through our Building Efficiency 305 Challenge, so please join us. We're getting closer every day to that goal of 30% tree canopy. 26,000 trees have been planted since I came into office, and you can help us plant thousands more through our Adopt a Tree program. The climate crisis is global, but the solutions we know must be local. We're delivering on many right here, while we are also searching the rest of the world for further innovation to bring home. We modeled our own innovation authority off of Israel's after my first trade mission there, and I recently went to Japan, where we promoted local business and saw cutting-edge innovation and technology in transportation, waste, and emergency management. And now we're continuing the conversation, laying the groundwork for a direct flight to Tokyo and renewing ties with the port of Yokohama. Across Miami-Dade, from the mangroves of the Oleta River to the farms of Redland, from new developments in Doral to the Art Deco district in Miami Beach, we are building a brave and bold new future together today. And your input always matters. We heard your calls for greater access to county services, and that's why I launched my No Wrong Door reforms, increasing your trust. No Wrong Door means that no matter who you call in county government, we will help you get what you need. And it's powered by our new engagement and resident services teams who've become the hands and the heart of county government. Thank you, Commissioner Gonzalez, for partnering to open a No Wrong Door Center in your district. Together, we're building the culture of courage needed to travel the road ahead. We're marching forward into a promising new chapter, tackling our challenges head on so that our children and grandchildren, like my new grandbaby Layla, can enjoy even greater opportunity. As we look ahead, Miami-Dade, we must continue to be courageous. We have always shown up for each other, and we must do so now. Through a pandemic and through the hard times that came with it, through tragedy and through triumph, you were brave. You showed up. That's why I am so proud of you and so in love with this community. People always tell me, you're everywhere. And it's true. It's because of the joy, the energy, and the ideas that it brings me when I show up for you. It deepens the motivation that I've always had to make a difference in people's lives and our community's future. That is what I've worked to do my whole life. And as your mayor, I will continue working day in and day out to show up for you. We are the place of the future. We have the courage to see it, and we have done the work to be it. Miami-Dade is booming, so let's keep going. Miami-Dade está floreciendo. Sigamos adelante. Miami-Dade a grandi, donc à nous continuer. To the nonprofits, businesses, and partners who are in it with us, thank you. To our 13 county commissioners who join me in service of their communities every day, thank you. To our 34 wonderful cities, many represented here tonight, thank you. To our county workforce of nearly 30,000 strong who deliver excellent public service every day, thank you. And to you, our residents, thank you for trusting me with the honor of a lifetime. It is because of this trust, because of this teamwork, and because of your unmistakable courage that I can declare with confidence that the state of our county is strong.